How you doing there, guys? You're watching Dirt Bike Channel. I am your host, Kyle Brotherson. You made it. Let's stick around for a minute because we're going to be talking about this helmet. Here we go. Oh, shoot. So guys, this is the Fly Racing F2 carbon helmet. I say I've got like 3 of these things. And they're good helmets, and I realized that I hadn't actually talked about them officially in an official review. Now, so you guys know, this is not a paid review. I don't get paid to say anything about these helmets. But if you do want to support me, you can go down in the link, or down in the video description. I have links to Rocky Mountain ATV and Motorsport and Amazon, and I use those links to help support my family now. So please, 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 if I say anything that's of value, use those links to buy this helmet or anything else that you're buying, because it won't cost you any extra, whether it's on Amazon or Rocky Mountain ATV or Motorsport, but it will make a great deal of impact in my family. So let's talk about the Fly Racing helmet. These helmets, this is the F2 carbon again, and I think this is my the third one that I've had, and this is probably my favorite one. I really liked this color scheme. I'll probably roll in some additional shots of this. As you can see, this one got whacked really hard. I stopped wearing this helmet last year because I hit my head on some rocks hard enough that that I was seeing stars.
Oh, dude. You good?
Yeah.
Oh, you missed it.
Kyle, you all right?
Oh.
Yeah. Did you get, broken?
No. And I figured, and it broke off the little visor screw right inside of the helmet, so I'd have to dig that out and put a new screw in there to keep this thing from flopping around. But I decided, since I hit my head so stinking hard, I was just going to retire this helmet. Now, you could probably wear it again because there's not like a ton of physical damage on the outside, and it didn't even break the visor. But I don't ever remember hitting my head. Well, there's only been like 2 times I've hit my head that hard and not gotten knocked out. I did get knocked out once, and I retired that helmet. It's right over there, a retired helmet. This one I retired because I hit so hard I did see stars. So I'm like, it's time to retire it. But it did its job. And one of the things that I'm not going to like go down through all the major, I guess I did. I also got a major chip here on the back of it. I'm not going to go down through like all the bullet points, because you guys can go on Fly Racing's website and you can hear all the little bullet points and things. What I will tell you is what it's like to wear this thing in a real world review. One of the things that I like about these Fly Racing helmets is they fit me really well. So I wear a medium size, and they're just actually among some of the most comfortable helmets that I've ever had. They don't do anything weird on my ears, and that's one, because I've got kind of big ears, and so sometimes these helmets do weird things to my ears, like the 6D helmet that I have right over here. This one I really, really like. This is the 6D ATR-2. I really, really like that helmet as well, but it isn't quite as comfortable to me as these Fly Racing F2 carbon helmets. And I think I was trying to look it up on Rocky Mountain ATV and see how much I paid for this guy, but I believe it was somewhere right around the $250 to $300 range. And sometimes you can get them on closeout for like 119 bucks, and that is a really, really good deal. So if you can get them when somebody's trying to close them out and bring in next year's model, then go for it, because then they become a really good value. They are DOT approved, they're Snell approved helmets, and I just think they're really good. And they've got a lot of cool colors, so that's pretty cool. But it's just a comfortable helmet, and it's pretty lightweight. It's pretty lightweight and nicely vented. And then also, it's really easy to take apart and take the cheek pieces out and the head piece out and wash those. And that's something that is very important to me, because as much as we end up wearing the helmets and as much as we're sweating in them and then dust is coming in, you want to have a helmet that you can take apart easily and clean everything out, because we get a lot of sweat and a lot of nasty stuff in there, and they start to stink after a while. So it's nice to be able to clean them. And this one is very easy to clean and take apart. So I really, really like, take that out for you. It's that easy. And I know a lot of helmets do this, but there are some that don't. And if you're gonna if you're looking at a helmet that doesn't come apart this easily, I would suggest that you probably look other places. So again, for me, I wear a medium in the fly racing helmets with these F2 carbons. Lightweight helmet, good sturdy helmet, has good ratings. And what more do you want? I get a little bit partial to a helmet when I have pounded my head with it. And there's a climb helmet up there that I have that I'm partial to because I really smacked my head on a rock.
Did you see that?
This one I'm partial to. Another fly helmet over there I'm very partial to. And there's been, 3 or 4 times where I've really, really needed a helmet and I would have been in a very, very bad position if I didn't have one. And so a helmet is probably the most important thing that you can do. Between helmets and boots, those are the very, very most critical thing that you can, the most critical pieces of gear that you can have. So I don't think that you should scrimp on helmets or boots. And these F2 carbon helmets, especially if you get them on sale, they're still they're a really good helmet. And sometimes, what I'm trying to say is they're a very, very good helmet, and sometimes you can get them for a steal. I mean, the 6D helmets that I have, they were like $500 or $600, so they're much, much more expensive than this. I don't think they're twice as good, but they are twice as much money. So if you're looking for a middle of the road, as far as middle of the road on price goes, for a helmet, look at these F2 carbons from Fly Racing. So very, very good helmet. I like it a lot. So has really similar construction to most of the other helmets that we see out there, with a hard plastic shell and then the styrofoam inserts, and then you've got the cheek piece and the padding and stuff inside of here. Most helmets are pretty well are pretty much the same with that, with the exception of the 6D helmets. They do have a little bit extra technology, but most of our dirt bike helmets are pretty cut and dry. So it's a good helmet. I wholeheartedly say yes, this is a helmet that I trust and I've used a lot with 3 different ones. I've got, just trying to think, I think there are 3 helmets that I have, and I have one out in the trailer that I still use. This one's retired and the other Fly one is retired, but I have one, it's like a Trey Canard version or something like that, that I've got out in the trailer that I use as kind of a backup helmet, or when I go riding with my kids. It's always good to kind of take a backup helmet, and I always leave one helmet in the trailer just on the off chance that if I do use the trailer and I go out and I forget a helmet, I've got an extra one there. Or if somebody else loses, forgets one. It's never fun to wear someone else's helmet, but the only thing worse than wearing someone else's helmet is not being able to ride because you forgot yours. I'd rather wear someone else's helmet and do the ride than not do the ride at all because I forgot mine. So anyway, that's about all I've got to say about these helmets. They're very good. I trust them, and I've whacked my head really hard a few times with them and come out with most of my brain cells, so that's good. If you want to, if you'd like, go ahead and share these videos with your friends. Subscribe to the channel. If you want to support us, go use the links down in the video description for Rocky Mountain ATV. Won't cost you anything. Use the link for Amazon for your holiday shopping. Won't cost you anything, but it helps me out a great deal. You can also go to Patreon. That's a great way to give a monthly tip to me and the Dirt Bike channel, my little family here, and that helps to put food on the table for us. So thank you so much. If you've watched this far, that means you are a true fan, and I appreciate every bit of support you guys have given me. Thanks so much.